Good morning, all. Today we are going start a chapter in irrigation engineering named waterlogging. So it is the smallest chapter of a course of irrigation. So in this particular chapter, we were discussing about what is called waterlogging and what are the causes of waterlogging occur and what are the effects that waterlogging can make on irrigation. So before starting that, what is a waterlogging? When the conditions are so created that the crop root zone get deprived of proper aeration due to the presence of excessive moisture or water content, the tract is said to be waterlogged. Okay, so when in the field, when there are a presence of excessive moisture or water content are available, so there are the no proper aerations are occur at the crop root zone, and the kind of the conditions are occurred, it's called the waterlogging. It is not always necessary that underground water table should enter the crop root zone. Sometimes, even if water table is below the root zone depth, the capillary water zone may extend into the root zone depth and makes the air circulation impossible by filling the pores in the sand. So, uh, why waterlogging are going to take place in that particular field or site? Sometimes the water table is below the root zone depth. The capillary water zone may extend in the root zone depth and makes the air circulation impossible by the filling the pores in the soil. So the main reason of waterlogging is that high groundwater table, but in some time when the excessive irrigation and not proper cultivation are provided before the sowing and after the harvesting, so the particles are washed out, and there are the different types of pores are available, and due to that the water content, moisture content as well as water particles are fixed or placed in that particular portion, and make the air circulation is impossible, so that the waterlogging effect are caused. The waterlogging may be defined as rendering the soil unproductive and infertile due to the excessive moisture and creation of anaerobic condition. The phenomena of waterlogging can be understood with the help of a hydrological equation which states that inflow is equal to outflow minus I minus storage. Okay, so the waterlogging is that if there are excessive water inflow rather than the outflow, the consumption of the the consumption of the crop root as well as the storage. So if the inflow ratio is greater than all of the three, there are the chances of the waterlogging are occur. So the phenomena of waterlogging can be based understood with the help of the hydrological equation that the inflow is equal to outflow minus I minus storage. So when this happened, here inflow represents the amount of water which enter the subsoil in the various processes. It includes the seepage from the canal, infiltration of rainwater, percolation from irrigated fields, and subsoil flow. Thus, although it is loss for us, it represents the amount of water flowing into the soil. So the higher number of water flowing into the soil, there are the high chances of the water logging, uh, because in the pores of the soil grains, the water are fixed, and the created an aerobic process which can't sustain the in which the crop can't sustain, and there are the chances of the famine and other types of the bacterial possibilities are going to take place. So the inflow, so the it is a best understood by the inflow is equal to outflow minus I minus storage. In the outflow, that the waters which are percolated by the evaporation or transpiration process, as well as I is the amount of the water which are consumed by the crop root, and the storage is that there are kind of some storage capacity of the field or the soil which already store the small amount of the water in that particles for the very next crop season. So when the inflow is very high, so the chances of the waterlogging are occur. The term outflow represents mainly evaporation from soil, transpiration from plants, and underground drainage of the tract. The term storage represents the change in the groundwater reservoir. So what are the causes of the waterlogging? So why waterlogging occur in the particular field? Inadequate drainage of of overland runoff increases the rate of population, and it turns in help in the rising the water. So improper inadequate drainage of the particular field, which includes that there are less chances of the water outflow or occur. So due to that, the water are percolated or water are stored in the particular nearness or the vicinity of the root zone, and which meet the groundwater table, or it will be increase the level of the groundwater table. The water from river may infiltrate into the soil due to the excessive rain or any kind of the natural phenomena. The water which are available in the river are infiltrated into the soil or into the field soil. So there are excessive water which are available, which can't be out by the evaporation and transpiration. So there are excessive water infiltrate into the soil. Seepage of water from the earthen canal also adds significant quantity of water to the underground reservoir continuously. Okay, so we all know that there are the different types of the canal systems are available. Different types of the canal systems are available. So the seepage or the water seepage from that canal plays a very significant role, add a significant quantity of water to the underground reservoir continuously. Sometimes subsoil does not permit free flow of subsoil water, which may be actuated the process of the rising the water table. Sometimes due to the due to the proper cultivation, the subsoil does not provide a free passage to the water for the gravitational flow in the accordance of the gravitational flow. So due to that, there are the chances of the raising the water table or the groundwater table, and the water which are diverted from the canal or from the river to the field uh, are stored in the field zone. Irrigation water is used to flood the field. If it is used in excess, it may help appreciably in rising the water table. Good drainage facilities are very essential. So there are the different types of the causes of the waterlogging. That inadequate drainage of all overland runoff increase the rate of percolation, and in turns help in rising the water table. The water from the rivers may infiltrate into the soil. Seepage of water from earthen canal also adds significant quantity of water to the underground reservoir continuously. Sometimes subsoil does not permit the free flow of the subsoil water, which may accelerate the process of the rising the water table. And the last, irrigation water is used to flood the fields. If it is used in excess, it may help appreciably in rising the water table. Good drainage facility is very essential. As we know that there are the different types of the methods of irrigation. There are different methods of irrigation are used, like the flooding method, furrow method, and check basin method, and zigzag basin method. But in that particular kind of a methodology, there are the chances of the flooding are occur at the particular site, and due to that phenomena, the excessive water are diverted to the field from the canal or from the river. So it will rise the groundwater table and fill up the particular pores in the soil grain, and created an aerobic process for particular soil. And without the proper drainage, the kind of the excessive water are not drained out particularly, or not a proper seepage are occur in the accordance with the gravitational flow. Waterlogging causes a yellowing of leaves, stunt growth, small and shallow root system. Also, particularly nitrogen deficiency cause yellowing of the leaves in the winter. So there are the different types of the effect of waterlogging. So the first one is the creation of anaerobic condition in the crop root zone. When the aeration of the soil is a satisfactory, bacteriological activities produce the required nitrates from the nitrogen compound present in the soil. It helps the crop growth. Excessive moisture content create anaerobic condition in the soil. The plant root do not get the required nourishing food or nutrients. As a result, crop growth is badly affected. Due to the creation of anaerobic condition, the root of the crop don't get a proper amount of the nitrogen and nutrients from the soil. So it will be reduce the crop ratio as well as the crop growth of water loving wild plants. When the soil is waterlogged, water loving wild plant life grows abundantly. The growth of wild plant totally prevent the growth of usual plant. As we know, there are the kind of the grasses are uh, grown in that particular or in the monsoon season, so it will reduce the growth, it will consume the all the beneficial nutrients from the soil, which help which help that which help to grow in that particular crop. Impossibility of a tillage operation. Waterlogged fields cannot be tilled properly. The reason is that soil contains excessive moisture content and it does not give proper tilt. Accumulation of harmful salt. The upward water movement brings the toxic salt in the crop root zone. Excess accumulation of these salts may turn into the soil alkaline. It may hamper the crop growth. Lowering the soil temperature. The presence of the excessive moisture content lowers the temperature of the soil. In the low temperature, the bacteriological activities are retarded, which affect the crop growth badly. Reduction in time of maturity. Ultimately, maturity of the crop is the characteristic of the waterlogged land. Due to this shortening of the crop period, the crop yield is reduced considerably. So there are the different types of effect, but the main effect of the waterlogging is that it reduce the crop yield and reduction in the crop growth. So to provide a proper irrigation, or to use the proper irrigation methodology, help to minimize the effect of the waterlogging in that particular area, and proper cultivation of the land is also needed. And just understanding the level of the underground water in that particular region and in the surrounding region, and provide a proper lining to the canal, to the earthen canal, as well as a proper protection work from the river side, that prevent the excessive to prevent the inflate the excessive amount of water into the field. So there are the different kinds of the waterlogging, and what is waterlogging, and what are the causes of waterlogging and the effect of waterlogging on that particular crop. So if you have any queries regarding this kind of content, you can simply drop a message, and we will discuss the waterlogging effect in the detail in the very next lecture. So if you have any queries, just drop a message. Thank you so much.